Hey there, Kimmy. How are you? I love you. I love rhythm. How are you? Audra Marie, how are you doing? Welcome this evening. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hello, everyone. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Uh, I am all righty. I don't want to mess it up. How are you doing? Hey there, Team Gert. How are you? Yes. How are you doing? Hello, Naisha. Is it Naisha? Naisha. There we go. Hey, Shirley. Hi, Miss Shirley. How are you? Hey, Deshawn. How are you guys doing? Welcome this evening. Let me get myself right. All right. Got my glasses this time, y'all. I can see from a distance. Hey there, Miss Chat. Let's see. Christine. A Just Love. T. Williamson. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Miss Sandra. Hey, Miss Telsha. I am looking forward to meeting you for the first time. We get to meet for the first time this week. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Hi, Angie. Hello, Rashid. Michelle. Let's see. Haka. Haka, how are you? Well, thank you. Hi, Diana. B. Berry. Bercy. Beautiful one. How are you? B. Terry. Diane. You guys are coming in quick, too. Sharima, Brenda, Julie, how are you guys doing? Danny Land, how are you? Potoski, how are you? How are you guys doing? Fifi, how are you? I know you're going to eat. When you get up here, you're going to eat, Miss Telsha. Oh, you're going to eat. The culinary department going to feed you. You leaving thick as a tick. You gonna eat. Hey, Miss K. Hey, Shoni. Hey, Miss K. Let's see. What am I looking? Where am I looking? Trina, Shoni, Cynthia. How are you guys doing? The real Jessie Boo. How are you? Hello. Hello. How is everyone doing? Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much. Hey, Just Be Real. How are you doing? I haven't called you and I apologize because I need you to assist me when I do a live course. And I just need to talk to you just Be Real to find out how much you know about about Zoom, because I need you as a monitor there to assist me on Zoom when I do my live course. Hey, Miss Kelly, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Hey, Dawn, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You guys come on in here so I can go live on Clubhouse. So let me turn on Clubhouse, okay? Let me turn on Clubhouse. You won't have to do a lot. You won't have to do a lot. And I'm looking for Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly, get Miss Kelly to help me as well. Hey, Miss Rigga. And what I'll probably do is just have you and Miss Kelly, um, join me on a Zoom so that we can just go through it and I can tell you guys what I need so you can assist me when I do a course and if people come over to my Zoom when I do that. But I'll talk to you guys later about that. Hey, Miss Deborah. Let's see. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is it Snowball? Thank you so much. I'm doing great. It's Chocolate Queen. Go ahead, Chocolate Queen. Go ahead, girl. All right, I'm going to go live on here too. So let me go. Let me start the room. So those of you that are here and would like to come over to Clubhouse as well, just to let you guys know, what I would do is hey, Miss Danielle, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk a little while. Tonight, I'm not going to be long-winded. I don't have anything scripted tonight. I didn't do any like topics that I have to study. But I'm going to talk about some things and I'm kind of opening it up for people to talk to me and dialogue with me in reference to this topic. And so what I'm going to do is I'll start off on here, the visual. So I am on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I am on Instagram at this particular time. And I'm also, hey, Tina, and I'm also over on Clubhouse. And so normally when I'm usually finished talking and I turn off all the visual platforms, I usually go over, hey, Miss Kelly, I usually go over to Clubhouse and I'll talk a few minutes. But I'm not going to stay on long tonight because I have mom duties right after this. So, and I don't want to keep my kiddo waiting. So I'm coming on. I wanted to join my family. And I'm giving you guys time to come on in here. Hi, Anna, how are you? So I'm giving you guys some time to get in here. And so we can start having a conversation. For those of you that don't know, I know someone said that because I put the flyer for the conferences coming up this week, and someone said that they didn't know that me, Telsha, Apostle Helen Sadler, and Pastor Monroe all were in the same church. We're not. We've never met. So I've never met Telsha before. I've never met Pastor Monroe. I belong under the auspices of Apostle Helen Sadler. She's my pastor and my mentor and my mother. And Bishop Doss is also a family member, but Bishop Doss has his own separate church. Pastor Monroe has his own church, and Telsha is in California. And I think Pastor Monroe, I think he's on the East Coast. And we are in the state of Washington. So when Telsha and Pastor Monroe fly here to Washington, this will be our first time meeting face to face. And so there is a conference going on next Friday, the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. And it's the Ignite the Fire conference. And so it's a 3-day conference. So if those of you, where is Stevie Bananas? Somebody tell me where Stevie Bananas is at. But those of you that would like to fly into Washington, it is a free conference. It is not a narcissist conference. So just to let you guys, just to clarify, I'm also a preacher. And so it is not a narcissist conference. It is not a narcissist conference. This is actually a church conference. So you guys actually get to see the other gifts that we have, which is not just talking about narcissist abuse and counseling. We are also ministers. And so it is a church conference. So if you guys would like to come in to the state of Washington to join us for the conference, you guys are invited. Do know that they will be checking temperatures. They are writing your names in, and you still have to wear a mask during the conference. But you don't want to miss this. This is going to be awesome. Our first conference in a long, long time. Well, besides the one we just had with our spiritual father, the church father, who came and did Breaking the Barriers conference. So this would be like the second conference since, I believe, since, the corona. So if you guys would like to come and join us, you are welcome to join us. But it is not a narcissist conference. It is a church conference. And so it will be Telsha, myself, Pastor Monroe, Bishop Michael Doss, and of course, the presiding prelate of Into His Chambers Global Ministries. Those of you know her as Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. She is Apostle Helen Sadler, and she's the presiding prelate of Into His Chambers Global Ministries. And we all will be meeting. I will be meeting Telsha for the first time. I'll be meeting Pastor Monroe for the very first time. And so, no, we have not met before. We know each other via the work that we do together. Those of you that join us on Monday mornings at 7:45 on Apostle Helen Sadler's platform on Clubhouse at 7:45, it's Telsha, myself, Apostle Helen Sadler, prophetess Yolanda Renee Forrest, who's also doing a worship experience at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and Miss Tasha, prophetess Tasha, who are all on the platforms on Monday mornings with. So you guys, if you come, you will actually get to meet us in person. No, we're not doing a narcissist conference. It is a church conference. For those of you that would like to join us, please come on in there. Come on through. Y'all come on through. It's open. You guys come on through, and it is free. So there's no cost to it. It is free. So you guys ready for this evening? Thank you guys so much for joining. Hey, Ms. Barbette. Hey, Ms. Tanshawn. How are you? So this evening, this is the topic that I wanted to talk about. This is something that has been coming up when I meet clients, when I talk to clients, a lot of things that are being put on, the comments. This is one of the hardest struggles that most people have concerning leaving the narcissist, getting out of a relationship with narcissist, or understanding the narcissist. Okay, so the topic tonight is narcissist see black and white, you see gray. So there's a middle ground for you. You guys can see, not everything is black and not everything is white. To a narcissist, everything, oh, you're welcome, Ms. Telsha. Everything to a narcissist is either black, bad, or white, good. If you do what they want you to do, then you're good. If you don't do what they want you to do, even if it means in a form of control, then you're bad or you're good. So bad or good. That's it. There is no in between. There is no compromising with a narcissist. They don't see any middle ground. They see no compromise. You do it or you don't do it. You're good or you're bad. You're worth, if you let me manipulate you, you're good. I'll pat you and give you a reward. And if you don't, then you're black and you're bad. And there's nothing that I want. For you, there's a middle ground. I can compromise. No big deal. Whatever you want, sweetheart, whatever you want, baby, we can work this out. There's no such thing for that. Either you do it or don't, and they're competitive. Very, 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 very competitive. Now, this is the problem that I normally see when I deal with clients, whether it's in counseling, whether it's in coaching, or even here on this platform when I read comments. One of the things that you guys say the most, you got to watch what you're saying. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying you got to listen to your dialogue when you're talking, is you have to change your narrative. The first thing that most of the time, what most people say is, I just don't understand. Why would they treat me like this? I just don't understand. How can a person be like this? I just don't understand. Why would you do me like this? I just don't understand. How can a person be like this? You keep trying to understand it from your reasonable logic mind. They don't think like you. That's just like saying, I just don't understand why those with schizophrenia think the way that they think. I just don't understand why those with autism do what they do. I just don't understand why psychopaths or sociopaths, I don't understand why they think this way. And then you come up with every excuse and justification to justify their behaviors. But you keep thinking from your own reasonable logic mind. They don't think like you. You don't think like a narcissist. And so the problem is that most of you are struggling with, but what I don't understand is I saw them do this and I know what I felt like. See, most of you guys are operating out of your emotions. I know what this felt like and it felt good. And I remember when we met and they used to do this and they used to do this for me and they bought me a house and they took care of me and they paid all the bills and they made sure I have this. Like Southern folks say, child, it wasn't for you. Nothing that they did was for you. And everything they did for you comes with a price tag. There's nothing that they did out of the goodness of their heart. There's nothing that they did because they love family and they love you. Everything that they do, it comes with a price. It's this for that. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to hold it over your head because you're going to let me do this. Or you're going to, when I want to do this or when I want this, I'm going to remind you of all the stuff that I did for you. When they love bomb you, okay, let's go back. When they are, what's the word I'm looking for? When they have chosen you to pursue, and you meeting them for the first time, and they are love bombing you, and they take you out and they buy you. And some of you guys have been wined and dined. You've been flown to islands you can't pronounce. You done ate food that is prehistoric. You done all this money that they spent. And the more that they do for you, you already know the more is going to be required of you. And if they put a lot into you, because a narcissist needs fuel. A narcissist needs fuel. And if they're not getting fuel, you have to ask yourself this question: where are they getting the fuel from? Because they're pouring out too much. They're giving you too much of their fuel. And if they're giving you too much of their fuel, where are they refueling? Because they can't just give out fuel without refueling. There is another supply in the background, an old supply or other supplies in the background while they are providing you with fuel. They got to get fuel for themselves while they pour out to you. And it's going to come with a price. The more money they spend on you, the more they put themselves in debt, the more stuff they do, it comes with a price because you owe them. It's like taking out a loan in the bank. And the more they do for you and the more money they spend, the more they're going to expect from you. There's nothing that they do out the kindness of their heart. Everything has a price. If you get promoted, if you're working with a narcissist boss and you get promoted and they give you all this money, there's a price you're going to have to pay. You have to sell your soul. You're going to have to sell your soul because in their mind, you belong to me because I did this for you. There are little subliminal messages that they make sure that you get. There's little things that they say to you that you miss. But many times people will have a problem because the problem is that you're trying to reason in your brain wants explanations. Your brain wants an answer. Your brain is trying to make sense of what is happening. Your brain is trying to rationalize what is going on. And oftentimes people are in denial. So you hear them say, I fail to believe that because I know what it felt like. And I've seen what they were before, how they present themselves to you. When they present themselves to you, that's their representative. That's not them. They have a beautiful mask on. And 9 times out of 10, when they first meet you, you're meeting the old supply because they've taken the characteristics of the old supply and applied it to themselves because they don't know how to approach you yet. They don't know what to say to you yet. They don't know how to pull you yet. So the way that they represent you, they take the qualities of the old supply, all the qualities that are good qualities, and they present those qualities to you. Once they put that hook in your mouth and they start pulling you in, eventually they start watching you. They start mirroring you. They start doing what you're doing. And the more that they do that looks like you, the more you start liking yourself too. So those of you that have a problem with your own self, you must not have too much of a problem because they started mirroring you and you liked you. Believe it or not. See, some of you guys don't like yourselves, but you sure liked yourself when that narcissist started giving yourself back to you. I know these big ghetto lights. I apologize. Let me move some of these lights around. I don't know how much it's going to help. Guess it's not going to help. I'm sorry, y'all. I know some bright lights. Forgive me. But so you have to remember that it's black or white. It's good or it's bad. There is no middle ground. For you guys, there's a middle ground. There's no middle ground for a narcissist. They don't have a middle ground. There's no negotiation. There is no compromise, period. There is no compromise. You guys, many of you, you say it all the time, many of you try to rationalize and you're racking your brain because you're trying to wrap your mind around what has just happened to you. I just don't understand. Why would he do this? Why would she do this? I just don't understand what would make them do what they do. I just don't understand. How can a human being be so cruel? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Thank you so much, Team Gert. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I just don't understand because you're trying to think through your mind to figure out how the narcissist thinks. A narcissist doesn't think like you. I want you to remember that. A narcissist does not think like you, and you do not think like a narcissist. You've never been a narcissist, so you can't think like a narcissist. You're trying to rationalize, and you're putting your good qualities on that narcissist. You take your own quality, because a lot of you also say, but I don't understand because when and when this happens to me, and when this and this happens, this is what I do. Okay, but that's what you do. That's not what they do. This is what I do. And I don't understand because when I, but listen to what you're saying. And then a lot of times what you're saying, people try to justify staying in the relationship as well. And the question that they ask is they give me information. And then what they'll say is, do you think that's a narcissist? First of all, it's good to understand characteristics of narcissistic traits, characteristics of toxic relationship. It's important. But a lot of you try to figure out whether you're dealing with narcissists. So you are on this narcissist hunt. You've got to figure out whether these people are narcissists. This is like you got this narcissist. You're like Inspector Narcissist. So you're trying to find narcissists, kill the narcissist, kill the narcissist. And what you're doing is that people that are connected to you are toxic, and you're missing the whole point. The whole point is that people are. This thing is hot, y'all. I'm sorry. This thing is hot. The lights are hot. The room is hot. I'm just itchy in here. Y'all give me just a minute. Let me take this all off because it is hot. It's hot up in here. Wait. It is hot up in here. Y'all, it's so, oh, good gracious. It's like a whole, somebody took a yoke off my neck. Like I was one of them oxen treading wheat or something. Oh, Lord, it was hot. But listen, the thing about it is that it's okay for you to study toxic behavior. It's okay to study narcissistic behavior. It's okay, and you need to, because a lot of you will catch things that you otherwise would not have caught. There's certain things that you can, you're learning so that you don't fall into the trap again. But a lot of times people justify staying in the relationship because what they'll say is, well, if they're not a narcissist, then I'm willing to work this out. Well, who's working it out? Because there's nobody working it out but you. So even if the person is not a narcissist, not everybody is a narcissist. Not everybody that you're dating or married to is a narcissist. But many times people say, if that person is not a narcissist, then I'm going to try and work it out. You're trying to work it out. They're not working it out with you. You are being trained. You're being trained to accept the most pain possible. Even if you're not dealing with a narcissist, you're being trained. Ladies, this is what I always say. And this is what my mentor always says. You train people, and gentlemen, you train people how to treat you. You train people how to treat you. You train that narcissist as to what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. Even if you are in a relationship with a person that is not a narcissist but has narcissist traits, you train them as to what will be acceptable and what will not be acceptable. So by the time you've been in a relationship and you're tired, and then you decide, I don't want this anymore. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of being in this mess. And now all of a sudden you want change immediately. You done been with this person for so long, you trained them as to what you will accept and what you won't accept. You trained that person. You've already trained them. That's the same thing you do with the narcissist. You've trained them as to how much pain. And in that training process, the narcissist is purposely training you to see how much you can handle. The way that they determine whether you are good supply or whether you're going to be long-term supply is they inflict pain, take it back, inflict pain and take it back. They want to see how much you can handle. They want to see whether you can handle the utmost pain, because if you can handle a high level of pain and abuse, then you are good supply. So good supply doesn't mean that you're a good supply and you did everything for them and they loved you and you're this just marvelous person. No, good supply means that you can handle a high level of pain without breaking down, because an average person that's not accustomed to being abused cannot handle that much pain. They'll get away from it. They can't handle that much pain. And what they'll do, they walk down, I can't handle that. See, and most of you have been trained from early on before you even met the narcissist to be able to handle an excruciating amount of pain. And that's why they end up picking you, and you are a good supply because you can handle the utmost level of pain. And if you've been exposed to certain type of pain, even growing up in your family, even in your family, a lot of you are accustomed to certain environments. And so even though you don't like what happened in the family, you don't like the abuse, it's your comfort zone. You don't know anything else. So the moment that you get free and you may be single and you have peace and quiet, you get anxious. I've seen people that have peace and quiet, and they have peace and quiet. The narcissist is gone. They're finally free from this narcissist. And now they have anxiety attacks all the time throughout the day because of the fact that they can't handle the peace and quiet. They're not accustomed to the peace and quiet because they knew that anytime there is peace and quiet, a narcissist has turmoil going on the inside at all times. And the moment you have peace and quiet, they want to disturb your peace and quiet because you don't have the right to be at peace. You don't have the right to be happy. And so when you finally get away and you're in your own house and you're having panic attacks, it's because of the fact that you have been trained that anytime you have peace and quiet, something is going to happen. So your autoimmune system, your reflexes, your fight, flight, or freeze is off. The adrenaline is pumping all the time. So you're waiting for something to happen, and nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen, but you've been trained that way. So you have been trained that you don't have the right to have peace and quiet. You've been trained that you don't have the right to have nice things. You have been trained that even going out and shopping for yourself is wrong. You don't have the right to have nice clothes. You don't have a right to have a nice car. You don't have a right to have a home to live in. You don't have a right to take yourself out to eat. You don't. Who told you that? Who tried to make you feel bad that it wasn't you? Let's just use this as an example. Now, this right here might be a little extreme. You know, let's just say that you came out of poverty, Section 8, low income, trailer park. Who cares? Let's say you came out of poverty. Let's say you met this narcissist, and prior to meeting the narcissist, you have put yourself in a position where let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? You put yourself in a position where you've come out of poverty and you're doing well and you're doing good for yourself. And then all of a sudden you meet this narcissist, and together you guys have built something, but you guys have done it together. And then they make you feel obligated to them as if they're the ones who brought you out of poverty. They actually will change your narrative, change your script to make you think that it was me that did this for you. And you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. And sometimes you have to look like, well, I didn't even ask for that. That's something that you like. That's not something that I like. That's something that you got. Even if they bought you a home, you didn't. In actuality, they didn't buy a house for you. They bought a house because other people are going to say something about buying you a house. So they made sure they let everybody know that they bought you a house. No, they bought you a house because of the fact that they were going to get attention for buying the house. They bought you a new car, even though you need a new car. And the way that you may have played the game, because survivors of narcissist abuse and victims of narcissist abuse oftentimes present as narcissists. And believe it or not, even though you're dealing with victims and survivors of narcissist abuse, some of those people can be the hardest people to work with. Some of survivors and people that are recovering from this type of abuse make you want to knock them out. I'm gonna tell you now, it's like a soldier going to get a prisoner of war and having to fight them all through the woods to get them to safety. Because sometimes a person that is recovering from the abuse fights the person that's trying to help them get out the abuse. And because they are so hypersensitive, they fight the person that's trying to help them. They dog out the person that's trying to help them. You act just like the narcissist. You'd be surprised at how many people I have to deal with on a daily basis that act like narcissists. Some of them are, but they act like narcissists. Oh, they're manipulative. Oh, I just can't, and it's horrible. But what I'm saying is that, but you're in this relationship with this person and they make you feel like the only reason why you have what you have is because of them. Then when you break up with them, your narrative has changed. They have changed your perspective. They have changed your narrative. I know I'm a little off topic, but they've changed your perspective and they've changed your narrative. And you're walking around thinking to yourself, I'm not going to make it without this person. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not going to survive. I'm going to lose everything. Well, before you met the person, you brought yourself out of poverty. It wasn't all of them. It just so happened you may have had two incomes at the time that took you into another income bracket where you had certain things that you've never had before. Now that that person is gone, you are still in a different income bracket than when you were in poverty. And so all you have to do is rebuild. You can rebuild yourself. You can rebuild yourself. And then wherever you were coming from, you'll still elevate. It may not be as fast as having another person in there with an equal income equal or more than yours. But at the same time, you were still climbing that ladder, the corporate ladder, business ladder, financial ladder, doesn't matter. It may be a little slower than it was before. But a lot of you feel guilty now because all of a sudden you get something nice. You feel guilty like you don't deserve it. Now, all of a sudden you may have a home. You have a new car. You have new clothes. You feel good about yourself. Got yourself a new wig, child. You got new clothes. You done lost weight. But the whole time that you're in your freedom, you feel guilty because you feel like you don't deserve it. And the question becomes, who told you you don't deserve it? Why don't you deserve it? Who told you that? And if you go and you find that seed, guarantee you it was a seed planted by him or her, or it was also a seed planted by your family. Because if you got a narcissistic family, they'll always make you feel bad about you coming up and they're not coming up. Anytime one person doesn't have something, they'll make another person feel guilty that they superseded the other person. You're doing well, but instead of applauding me, you want to dog me out and tear me down too. That's how some of you guys are living. That's why I tell you guys, it's better for us to encourage each other. I may be doing this and you're doing that. If I open up a door for you and help you, oh, you know what? Miss Oprah Winfrey, Mr. Denzel Washington, you know what? I know this person right here that does this and that and this. What if I take you and pull you up in here? Take this person right here is a really good person to work with. Then when you get to a certain place, you won't forget me. You'll be like, you know what? This is something that Dr. C deals with. Hey, let me introduce you. But do you see how we climb together? How we climb together? And we move forward together. But no, too many people are competitive. And the thing about it is narcissists are competitive. They don't want you to, they do not want to, you cannot do better than them, black or white. If you do better than them, it's a competition. You are in the black zone. You're the most horrible person in the world. They're going to tear you down. They're going to smear your name. But if you turn around and try to help, because that's what we do, we help, then you're back into the white zone. You're good. There is no middle ground. There is not like us. Everybody makes mistakes. We say the wrong things. We're going to make people mad. That's our little gray area. Narcissists don't think like that. You guys remember that. And anytime you start making it, and when you're gone and you start making it, they hate you even more because you were not supposed to make it. You were not supposed to excel. You messed up my lie and you're making me look bad in front of people because you are excelling. I told them that you were going to fall apart. I told them that you were going to be living in the trash can like the Grouch on Sesame Street. I told them that you'd be living in a paper bag. And every time you come around or people see you, they see you excelling. So I got to come up with another story. But the more stories that they come up with, the more people start realizing, I don't think this guy or this girl, something ain't right about these stories, because everything that they said that you did opposite, but you don't have to compete. Remember that. You don't have to compete and try to prove nothing. You live your life. So hopefully I did go off topic a little bit because this is something that was on my mind. And I just wanted to make sure that I talked to you guys about it. And I wanted to, just expound on my thoughts for this evening. So if you guys have any questions, just be real. My moderators, if you can give me 5 minutes, I'll answer some questions and then I'm going to switch over to Clubhouse. I'll switch over to Clubhouse so that I can talk to my Clubhouse guests for a few minutes. And then I got to do mommy duties. I got to do some mom duties. She's waiting for me. So if you guys would like to ask some questions, you go ahead. Thank you so much, Uniquely Made. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, friends with GG. Thank you. Let's see. How can I tell? So Angie and let's see. Just call me Angela. Okay. How can I tell the narc I want a divorce or think I'm dealing with a somatic hobo? Thank you for your education. How can you tell the narc you want a divorce? Go file the paperwork and get them served. File the paperwork and get them served. One thing that I tell you is have a plan. Have a plan, because narcissists are very vindictive. And if he finds out that you're trying to get a divorce, I can tell you now he's going to try to sabotage you. So I would make a plan. I would talk to a lawyer. I will make some plans. I will let the lawyer know that you are concerned that this individual might try to sabotage you. If you need to get a domestic violence advocate or a legal advocate to talk to come up with a game plan. What is your escape plan? What plans do you have? Because once you serve, if you're in the household, you don't know what they'll do. And so you need to ask, what kind of plan. You need to have plans. Always have plans. Prepare. Don't just jump in and start doing stuff without thought process. Have a team. Have a legal team. Have an advocate, to talk to you as you're making your exodus. Have a plan. How do I stop attracting a narcissist? You need to get coaching with me, because that's a whole video all by itself. That's a whole video all by itself. That right there, Chocolate Queen, that's a big topic to expound on. How do I stop? Okay, you already asked that question. Let's see. Would a somatic narcissist wear fake colored eye contacts to change their eye color? Child, I wear color contacts. I haven't worn them lately because I haven't had a chance to reorder my contacts. But I used to wear gray contacts. I used to wear like hazel contacts. So I wear color contacts, and I've been wearing color contacts since I was 19. So I was about 3 years ago. But I've been wearing color contacts since I was about 19 years old. So I've worn color contacts for years. The only reason why I had to stop wearing color contacts in in the military is because they changed the regulations. We weren't allowed to wear color contacts anymore. So when I got out the military, I wasn't used to wearing them anymore. And so, but I wear like hazel contacts. So just because a person wears color contacts does not mean that they're a narcissist. A narcissist, you know, narcissists, so the somatic narcissists like to look good too. You know, they like to look good. I come on 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Sundays. And then during the week, I usually do maybe one, sometimes two videos. Lately, I've been doing just one because I've been really busy. Why do I feel sad sometimes, Dr. Brian? It's been almost 5 months of no contact. Go watch the video that I just did this week. It's about grief and loss. That will answer your question, Haka. Go watch the grief and loss video. I just did it this week. I can rock it. The only reason why I really haven't been wearing it because I was wearing glasses and then I was under lights and then I wear these long eyelashes. And sometimes the eyelashes can irritate my eye. And so I hadn't been wearing my hazel contacts, but I used to wear hazel or gray. I used to wear gray contacts for a long time. And then I start wearing hazel contacts. So wearing contacts does not constitute a person being a narcissist. A somatic narcissist likes to look good. And so they'll do anything, you know, they wear wigs. So in that case, you wear wigs, weaves, you know, whatever, you know. So you can't really take that and use that as a measure to determine whether somebody is a narcissist. Let's see. Why do I keep having anxiety, especially at night? Go watch that video about grief and loss. And then there's a possibility that you could be going through post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress, you may have some triggers. You know, what happened that night? Thank you so much. You have to determine what has happened. You might get a counselor to sit down and talk to you about that. You need to find out what's triggering you at night. What happened that night that's triggering you? Is telling a narcissist that you forgive them worth it? Child, no. Nope. They don't care. 1 minute. Okay. She said, I work in a salon. You can look good and not be a narc. There you go. I mean, now, if I came on here looking like the creature from the Black Lagoon, y'all would shake your head at me, right? Like, what is she doing? Oh, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. I work for a hospital. Can I get counseling through my job? I don't care where to start. I don't know. You have to check with your insurance company. You have to check with your insurance company to see if you have like employment assistant program where you can get like 3 sessions or 3 to 6 sessions. I don't know. You have to check with your HR. Well, good morning, Therese. How are you? You sew a good weave? Who is this? Who over there is sewing good weaves? I need to get you to sew me a good weave. I like her. I like her. I like her. Let's see. Any more questions? If you sent me your super chats, I saw one of the super chats and I gave you a thank you, but I couldn't read it because I was in the middle of talking it. But I can't scroll up and look right now because it's already too far gone. So I can't scroll and look at it right now. Time? Okay. Thank you so much, Danny Land. Danny Land. There we go. Should I just gray rot to my plan to leave, being discarded again, 4 kids, married 7 years? What you're going to have to do is probably act as normal as possible because any little change, they notice it. Any little change will cause them to be suspicious as to what you're doing. Go and talk and get you a support group together and just be as normal as you possibly can be. You know, be as normal as you possibly can. Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate you guys. And by the way, before I get off, let me tell you guys this. I did listen. Remember, I was telling you guys about PESI and about the acknowledgement of narcissist abuse. I listened to the webinar while I was in the webinar this week. I was at the webinar, and it's amazing because the therapist that actually was providing the education about narcissist abuse really, at first I went in kind of skeptical, like, does she really know what she's talking about? This lady was off the chain. I can't think of her name right now, but this lady was off the chain. And she talked about She is for the victims and helping victims of narcissist abuse and psychopath and sociopath abuse. And she really started talking about the fact that we need to get training into the colleges. Same thing I've been talking about all along, to get training into the graduate programs and into PESI, to start educating counselors about the abuse inflicted on people from narcissists and sociopaths, so like the cluster B personality disorders. And the other thing, what they're planning on doing is getting a certification program for therapists, social workers, nurses, but those that work in the mental health field. They're getting a certification program together so that counselors can go through the certification training to have a special, like I'm a certified clinical trauma professional. And every year I have to recertify. And so with this, they're doing a certification program to identify therapists that have training in being able to help people that went through narcissist abuse. So they're putting it out there, and this is for therapists, social workers, mental health providers, and doctors. So just to let you guys know, we're doing it. We're doing it. You guys, whatever you're doing it, to put the information out there, we're doing it. It's working. We're doing it. I've said it, and it's happening. So you guys should be proud of yourself. Put the videos out there, share the videos. So I'm going to switch over to Clubhouse, you guys. Thank you guys so much. My moderators let me know that my time is up. My name is Dr. Carmen Bryant. I am my program is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube or follow me on Instagram. I am also on Facebook, same name. And if you look under Twitter, it is at Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. I'm also on Clubhouse. So those of you that have an iPhone, you can come on over to Clubhouse and talk to me over there for a few minutes. I'm gonna answer a few questions. And then I got some mommy duties. I got to go take care of my daughter real quick. I do have a book out. It's called Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can find it on Barnes & Noble or Amazon. You can order the book. If you like Kindle, if you guys like reading electronic books, you can order it there as well. Those of you that are wanting coaching services, I provide coaching to those people that are outside the state of Washington. Many people contact me and they're not in the state of Washington for counseling. I cannot provide you with counseling because of the fact that I am a Washington State licensed counselor. Now, just to let you guys know some other good news, there are the associations and the state boards on the East Coast are starting to unite so that we can have a license across state lines. Because there are a lot of people that are looking for people that specialize, and they're looking for people that specialize, and they're not looking, I mean, they can't find it in their local area. And so on the East Coast, they're collaborating so that they're crossing over state lines. Now, prayerfully, they'll start doing it over here on the West Coast as well, where when we get licensed now, we can get licensed and be able to work over state lines. Meaning that some of you guys that want to do counseling with me, if I have time, because that's a lot of people. That means what I end up having to do is hire staff. And if I hire staff, I have to train staff. So there's a possibility if the caseload is so high because I got things going on, some of you may be dealing with my staff and not me directly. Please do know that I am working on some, not seminars, but some courses. I am working on some live courses here shortly. One of them that I have in mind is having a conversation with your children when your children have a narcissistic parent. Some of you guys are not having the right conversations. You're not having it the right way. And so some ideas, I'm thinking about doing a course, and we can do a live course on that. I'll pre-record, I'll record. And what I'll do is when I record the course, I will offer you a price for the course. But I want to talk to you guys about conversations with your children concerning one of their parents being a narcissist, a parent when they have a narcissistic parent, and age-appropriate conversations with your children. And what I'm going to do is that's why I'm going to talk to Miss Kelly, and I'm going to talk to Just Be Real. And what I may have to do is talk to you guys so that I can collaborate with you guys so you can assist me, because I'm not going to do the Zoom. What I'll probably do is open the class up and then have a private Facebook page so you can do the course with me and record on Zoom. And then I will offer you a VIP pricing so that you can come and dialogue with me in reference to that topic. And that's why I need Miss Kelly and Just Be Real, and I'll get with you guys. The only reason why I won't use Miss Telsha is because Miss Telsha has her own program. And a lot of times when you have two coaches that are very popular, a lot of times it takes away the focus. That's why I do not come on her lives. I do not come on her lives because it will take the focus away from her program. And so, and she does, well, I'm thankful that she comes on my lives, but a lot of times it will take the focus away from another person's program when you have two popular coaches that do a lot of work. Just like with Associate Direct, Mr. Quinn Holiday. I don't go on his lives because of the fact it would take away from the attention from his floor, from his platform. But I will talk to you guys, and I will put that information out here soon. So you guys stay tuned. I'm still considering, because I want to go see my grandson. He had his birthday. I wasn't able to go. So this summer, I'm thinking of coming to Dallas Fort Worth area. And I'm trying to think, if I stay at a hotel, then I can just do it at a hotel and we can have dinner. We can go to a restaurant and see if they will hold the restaurant for us. And that will be a VIP only. It will be a fee, VIP only, ticketed event. And we will have dinner, and I'll have a discussion, a narcissist discussion. And so I want to check in because I'm close to Oregon. I am close to Oregon. You guys give me just a minute. I think my battery disconnected. Hold on. Oh, Lord of mercy. Sorry. Sorry, you guys. Y'all saw my shorts and everything, huh? Thank goodness I wasn't sitting here in drawers. Hold on a minute, y'all. Everything done fell over. Hold on just a minute. Everything fell over. Well, I'm glad I wasn't sitting here in my drawers, right? Glad I wasn't sitting here in my drawers, y'all. But there you go. My whole camera done fell over. Well, but anyway, so I will be in, I know, right? Thank God I wasn't sitting here. I had shorts on, see? Y'all ain't get to see nothing. Y'all didn't see nothing. I had on shorts. So y'all didn't get to see my drawers. So the camera fell over. So, oops, bloopers. You got stolen. No, my whole battery is about to die. Things happen. Oh, well. Thank God I wear shorts. Yeah, I got legs. You saw my legs. My bad, y'all. I apologize. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I did not mean to offend anybody. Forgive me. Well, too late. It already fell. No, you guys didn't see anything on Instagram, but watch, y'all gonna come over here to Facebook and YouTube to go see what just happened. Yes, the camera fell on the floor, but I had on shorts because that's how we do in the military. We put on biker shorts just in case something like this happened. Yeah, it happens. Oh, well, y'all ain't see nothing, so that's good. But check this out. So those of you that are wanting counseling, go check out betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. You will get a 10% discount by using the link. Yes, it is a vetted link. It is a vetted link, and it is also provides you with a 10% discount if you're having. You saw legs, I know. And I ain't have no shoes on. That was real country, right? Real country. Now you gotta know I'm sitting here with no shoes on. But betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and you guys click on the link. You do get a 10% discount. If you're having financial difficulties, let them know, and they may provide you with a grant, and that'll help decrease the cost. But these are counselors within your state. These are counselors within your area that are licensed, that can assist you, and you can ask them questions about narcissist abuse, PTSD, parental alienation. Ask them questions so that you guys can get some type of counseling help. I'm telling you, I've heard a lot of good things about betterhelp.com. Yes, I do get commission off of it, but I support them 100%. It is a great program. No, most of you guys are looking for me on there. I am not on BetterHelp. I just use that to provide you guys with a opportunity to get counseling. So I'm going to switch over to Clubhouse, you guys, and I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for your sense of humor. Hey, we take it in stride. I could have fell off the chair. One time I was in session with a client and I backed the chair up and fell out the chair. So she saw all my feet in the air. I fell out the chair, sat right back up and like, oops, my bad, and kept on rolling. That's what you got to do. Don't ever let life embarrass you. Life, you know, like Apostle Sadler's husband, our bishop, our spiritual father used to say, you know, in the midst of living, life happens. And so even with the accidents on camera, even when things happen, it happens. There's nothing you can do. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Things happen. Yep, my camera fell. I fell out the chair right in front of a client. Leaned back in my chair and fell out the chair right on camera and jumped back up. So my bad. Anyway, like I was saying, so hey, you guys know life happens, okay? You guys take it with stride. I appreciate you guys. Listen, I'm telling you guys. So next week, next Sunday, I will not be on live because I will be with Telsha, Pastor Monroe, Apostle Sadler, and Bishop Doss. So you guys know where I would be. We will be on a 3-day conference starting on Friday. Those of you that can come, if you're in the Seattle area, Oregon, wherever you guys are at, come in, come in. We're checking temperatures. We have to wear masks. We're trying to distance ourselves, you know, make sure that we're distanced. But listen, you guys come. If you want to come, come. It is not a narcissist conference. It is a church conference. So you guys see that we do more than just educate about narcissist abuse. We're actually ministers in the church. So yes, if you guys wanted to know, I'm a minister. I am a preacher. So many of you guys can kind of figure that out when I talk. So, and you know, if you can't come, make sure you go to Into His Chambers Global Ministry on Facebook and like the channel so you can get the alert when we're live. It will be broadcasted live. It is a free event, but you don't want to miss it. You've got to be there. You don't want to miss it. But I appreciate you all. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, okay? You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a good evening. I'm switching over to Clubhouse. You guys come over to Clubhouse, okay? Have a good evening, you guys.